Hello everybody, my name's Brian, and have you ever not done your homework, and you kind of have to rush before the teacher walks around to check to see if you did it? That's kind of been the week I've had. So, didn't do any research, didn't do any test games, just kind of pulled a list that I saw online and said, okay, that looks fun, let's do that. So as you can see here, this is Izzet Blitz, although this is getting real close to mono red Blitz. It's got a couple of blue cards in the main, it's got 6 blue cards in the side. And pretty much this is our old school Blitz list with, 4 Soulscar mages, which are Prowess creatures with upside, Monastery Swiftbeard, which is the old school Prowess creature, but this one has haste. It's got Sprite Dragon, which just gets bigger and bigger the more you play. Where it gets interesting is it's playing no Stormwing entities, no mutagenic growths, no gut shots, no Apostle's Blessings. It's playing Light Up the Stage and Expressive Iteration. It's playing Mishra's Bauble and Dragon Rage Channeler. Now, longtime viewers of the channel will know I have played a version of this deck that was playing Dragon Rage Channeler instead of the Sprite Dragon, but this list I found online that I cribbed from Andrea Maguchi seems to be going for a lower curve, so that could be fun. Land's also a little different than I tend to play. Because he's not running any islands, he kind of split all the fetch lands, and I've been doing this show so long and I have all the fetch lands myself, so sure, why not? The sideboard is a little bit different than what I would normally do. There's no graveyard hate in here, and in fact, he has 4 Flusterstorms. I only own 2, and they're like $25 a piece right now on Midgo, and not really into that for a video that I did no planning on. So instead, we threw in some Spell Pierces to be the Flusterstorm we have at home, 1 Vapor Snag, 4 Shattering Sprees to get rid of artifacts like Chalice. Chalice absolutely dumpsters us. 4 and only Heats to just be removal, get big things out of the way, kind of with the Vapor Snag too, just get it out of the way. And finally, Jingatha, because it's free. Once you no longer have the Stormwing entity, you can just run this. Now, longtime viewers of the channel will know, I have a hard time remembering I have Jingatha in my deck that I'm allowed to put into my hand, so let's see how it goes. But yeah, other than that, you just try and play as many of these little guys as possible and pump them up using your Lava Darts, your Lava Spikes, your Lightning Bolts, your Light Up the Stages, your Expressives, just to go super quick. And this deck has one plan, which is smash them fast before they have a chance to set up. Now, I say that, but this deck clearly looks like it has a backup plan and being a little bit more grindy with Dragon Rage Channeler and a whole bunch of draw cards. So let's see how it runs. Again, little more loose of a video this week just because I'm kind of running out of time and I'm trying to get this out. But hey, join me, won't you? All right, we won the die roll. Good way to start. Show off Jingatha so that I can then forget that they're there. All right, maybe if I put that there, I'll remember. Sure, this hand looks fine. Go ahead and keep. All right, opponent kept 7. Oh, we have an upkeep stop from Dredge still. Get rid of that. All right, so first main, what I think we do is we don't want to draw any more lands. So we'll go ahead and crack this, just get a basic mountain. We'll play out Darcy, and we'll Mishra's Bauble, make sure we're still not drawing any more lands here. Soulscar Mage, actually not what we're looking for, we'll put that in the bin. Also helps us get dangerously close to Delirium, and take a peek at what our opponent's doing. We see a Peer Through the Depths, so probably Storm or even like some kind of combo deck. Fascinating. All right, so that goes into the effects area. We have 3 out of 4 for Delirium, so the Dragon Rage Channeler could even possibly hit super hard if we can find... Oh, actually, yeah, we can, because we can Lightning Bolt and then Light Up the Stage, so we get to deal some good damage. Sleight of hand. Okay, so we're definitely just playing against Storm, so we got to go fast because our opponent can probably win turn 3, turn 4. All right, we draw. Another Scalding Tarn. So no more lands, please. We're good on lands. I'm actually even just going to go get a mountain, and I'm going to keep the Lightning Bolt in my hand to blow up their 2-drop. And I'm just going to smack them for 1, and then bolt whatever 2-drop creature they put down, whether it's Baral or the Goblin Electromancer. Opponent plays a Misty, cracks Misty. Odd for Storm to be playing fetches, so it might not be Storm still. Watery Grave, that's interesting. So I went from being relatively sure. Okay, so is this actually Ad Nauseam? Looking like it now. All right, so we'll untap. We get to hit really hard, though. So Mishra's Bauble. Get a whole bunch of triggers going on. Let's see, what do we see? We see a Sprite Dragon. So keep that on top. Bobble our opponent, see what we got going on there. Misty Rainforest, sure. It tells us nothing. We bolt our opponent. It's fine. We still want the Sprite Dragon. Don't want that. All right, and then we light up the stage. Leave that on top still. So we get one extra card as well on top of the Sprite Dragon. Oh, there's our playable cards. Another light up the stage in the Sprite Dragon we knew about. So we do play the light up the stage. So we're just trying to go as hard as we can right now. Although we don't have any free spells in the deck anymore, so we're just setting up for next turn to try and deal lethal pretty much. Light up the stage. I think we're doing enough lighting up the stage at this point. Lava Spike, Monastery, Swift Spear. So it looks like we have our way to get them. So attack. If they can win next turn, they can win next turn, but we certainly did our darndest. Drew an Expressive Iteration. We don't even need that. Like, we just need to cast Lava Spike. Lotus Field, sure. Can he twiddle off? He has Twiddle. Yep, that's not good. So we yield. We might have not gone fast enough. You know, they might have just had the ideal hand. But now they have, okay. So I'm hoping this is a Desperation Dig. So it is Storm, but it's Twiddle Storm. Missed it by that much. I don't actually know if they're going to go off, or they're going off. I don't know if they got us. So we have to unfortunately sit here. Not because I think they're going to whiff, but I forgot how this deck wins. So we have to take a peek here. So they're just splicing Psychic Puppetry into all of their spells. This is the first one that just took up mana normal. They only have 2 more mana. Boy, we got pretty hosed. They just had it. What's their kill? Is it still just Grape Shot? Probably just Grape Shot, right? I mean, at this point, I don't think they're gonna whiff, but again, I just want to see what the kill here is, because boy, has a lot been happening here. Yeah, so they got to go get exactly what they needed, so I don't see a world where they whiff, where they have 7 cards in hand. Casting Psychic Puppetry now. I could do it again! Hooray! All right, storm count almost at 20. Are we done here? Can we be done here? These are all instants too, so we can't really Evasive Surgery them. We do have counter spells though. I do realize this is the moment where they okay, Grape Shot, cool. This is the moment where having more Flusterstorms would have been nice, but Storm went off turn 3. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So Spell Pierces, Flusterstorms. That's about it. I don't think Evasive Surgery is good. What comes out? Maybe 2 light up the stages because they seem a little slow. Soul Scar Mage because he's not exactly fast either. And 1 Expressive Iteration because it's hard to cast. We bring in our 4 counter spells, and that's about all we can do. All right, well, we've learned something. Gone to game 2. All right, we get to go first again at least. Here's Jingatha. I'll be amazed if the game goes so long as to the fact that I might need it. 4 lands. Huh, no, I don't think that's gonna work. No lands. Okay, deck, I get the joke. Well, now we're really staring down an L here. Let's even get rid of the bauble. So, looks like we lost this one nice and quick. Variance has gotten us both times. We have a Flusterstorm though, so we can just kind of wait until they kind of go off and then get them. I feel like they'll have more than 1 Grape Shot though, so there's that, but we'll have to see like the right time to Flusterstorm them. All right, we'll get a Steam Vent and we'll draw a Spell Pierce. Well, they're certainly not going to be doing anything, and we're not going to be doing it. So we got that going on. Ideas Unbound. How about just no? What if you don't get to draw 3 cards? I feel like that's better for us. All right, I need to draw a threat. Wooded Foothills is not a threat. We're about to learn why people should do their homework and not just show up and be like, yeah, we'll wing it. It'll be great. Light of Hand, sure. Wishclaw Talisman can't actually counter that. All right, please no more lands. Oh, no. You know, you can't feel bad when you have games like this where you just lose due to no real fault of your own. You got variant, like maybe the fault lands in deck construction, but you know, in a deck that only wants like 2 lands, keeping a hand with 4 lands seems like a bit much. Lotus Field, sure. Now we have to like wait all until the end for them to try and Grape Shot us, and then we have to Flusterstorm. And like the funny part about that is we don't even like win off of that, because I don't know how much of their wad gets blown when that happens. Yep. The only annoying part to this is now I have to actively pay attention. I can't just yield through the turn because I have the counter spell. Another untap thing. Really going to town. Go for it, big guy. I mean, if he also has a counter, he also has a counter. Yep, you get to pass in flames. I love the fact that I looked at the list and I was like, I don't need 4 Flusterstorms. Who needs 4 Flusterstorms? And then, like, you get bit immediately by Twiddlestorm in the first match. Remember when I used to win game ones, which, believe it or not, guys, correlates directly to how many views and how long people look. You know, a lot of people, if they don't know who I am, they see me lose round 1, they're gone. I never see them again, which is fine. I'm doing this for my own entertainment. Doesn't matter to me if I have a million viewers or not. But yeah, how about that? This is sure not, you know, a real quick game 1 win. Not only is this dragging out so long that there is a temptation just to cut the match and start over again, but also I'm going to lose. Oh boy. Ain't life grand. If he also has a Flusterstorm, I'm a clap. I'm a stand up and I'm a clap. Yeah, sure, you can do it a million times. It does not matter. Waiting for the storm player to go off. Cha-cha. Another Wishclaw Talisman, sure. I mean, really now at this point, too, like, they only have, like, 30 cards in their deck. I'm assuming a good amount of those are land after going through and picking stuff apart and drawing a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that the Flusterstorm just shut the door. Because if it doesn't, we have no plan B. You know, and it's not even like we kept a hand with the Flusterstorm. We drew it, so. Or did we draw the Spell Pierce? I don't know. If you haven't noticed, it's been a while since I made a decision doing this. This is a lot of waiting around and seeing if my Flusterstorm catches them out or not. Oh, come on. There's Wish. So we let them cast Wish. And the other thing, too, is you have to let the Storm trigger go off. Oh, they don't even put it into their hand. They just get to play it. Okay. So Grape Shot does that. And we should, once he's done targeting us with a million of them, get a chance to counter everything with our Flusterstorm. Now, countering something with Flusterstorm, not super easy. We have to make sure each of the copies target a different one. All right, so let's start all the way at the left. Does this get a scoop or not? Oh, how do I... That one, 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 that one. Oh man, it screwed up. We assigned all? Cool. Looks like he's just letting them get countered. I mean, he still has like a whole bunch of cards in hand. So I don't see how... Oh, he Echoing Truth the talisman back to his hand. So he must have a way of doing that again. I mean, at this point, we're kind of crossing our fingers for the Mitgo win here. If the game crashes, I didn't lose. How is this? Match 1. Striking content. Attempting to click through the Flusterstorm stack here. Opponent's taking a minute on this next one. Not entirely sure as to what they're thinking. So they paid 1. They get to hit me for 1 after all of that. We're 16 16s. Please no more lands. We super need to not draw lands at this point. Oh, and they have to discard the whole hand, too. I forgot about that part. Yeah, their hand was mostly lands, as I kind of was expecting. I expect most of their deck just to be lands at this point. Why did they put Wishclaw Talisman back into their hand? They were just going to have to discard everything. All right, well, we get to draw. A Manamorphose. I don't think so. I think we just put Jingotha to hand, and we do a little hoping that... I realize I said I don't want any more lands, but hey, we have a way to do something with lands now, and we hope our opponent just does nothing. They found a Steam Vent. All right, we drew a Light Up the Stage, so we're actually going to use that to dig. We'll poke them with the Lava Dart, because we can always cast that again from the yard. We'll Light Up the Stage. All right, we found... All right, so we'll cast that. May as well cast the Manamorphose. Turn a card and exile into a card into our hand. And we found the Sprite Dragon. Neato. All right. Go as fast as we can here. Pow. We're not going to Lava Dart because they're so high, and like casting Jingotha next turn actually seems like a smart thing to do. But hey, we just kind of hope they draw dead for the next couple turns so that we can close out the game after getting them with Flusterstorm. Next game, though, if we do get that far, not going to be any easier, only because our opponent gets to go first. Really plays the Soaring City. I guess, like, they try and just flashback Past in Flames. They are going to flashback Past in Flames. Oh, to twiddle, and then they get to do it again? Wow. Hey, you know that not having any... Like, We went over this last week, how every deck is packing Graveyard Hate. And then we played a deck that wasn't packing Graveyard Hate, and we weren't packing 4 Flusterstorms, and we got punished twice. That is kind of amazing. Because he's going to have to... Psychic Puppetry, okay. What's his thing, to use the Wishclaw Talisman now? No, it seems like he might be on Ideas Unbounding. Psychic Puppetry, okay. Here's the Ideas Unbound now, okay. So 3 mana, 3 cards in hand. Crawling their way back from the dead. Or clawing, I guess would be the proper way to say that. Peer through the depths, oh man. And do they have a Psychic Puppetry to reveal? No, they just found a Peer through depths or Reach through the mist. The old 1 mana draw card. They're out of mana, so we get to go, and they have to discard 3 of their cards. The only card we know in their hand is the Reach Through Mist. Now we know nothing in their hand. Oh, they're good. They discarded another Past in Flames. A Lightning Bolt. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. We could deal 8 as it is right now. So let's Manamorphose and hopefully dig into something useful. Red. Monastery Swiftspear. Okay. I think that does it. Wow. So they're at 7. We currently have 6, but luckily for us, we have a Lava Dart. And we get there. Look at us, opponent. We too can do that. Everybody use the graveyard. The graveyard is the best thing in Magic. Woo! All right, we got it to game 3 somehow. Okay. What does this tell us? I don't think Shattering Spree's right, because, like, they're not going to just drop Wishclaw Talisman down for me to explode, I don't think. Yeah, I super wish I had the Flusterstorms now, but that's got to be an anomaly, right? Right? Anyway, let's try again. All right, our opponent gets to go first, which is even worse for us. Show off Jingatha. Didn't end up making an appearance, but hey. This seems fine. Turn 1 Swiftspear, turn 2 11 damage. I don't think our deck goes better than that. They just cantrip their thing. Another Monastery Swiftspear. Interesting. The problem is they can go off turn 3, can't they? So we're gonna have to do some math based on what they do. Cause do we just drop the Monastery Swiftspear, Lava Spike, and then hope 3 mana Morphes, you know, really gets them going? That's not good. That's the opposite of good. Spire Bluff. Oh, we cannot take any damage. All right, so let's do some math here. So that's 1, 2, which turns to 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we still have 2 mana, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 8 damage. And then next turn we have a... But if we Manamorphose, we're not going to have Flusterstorm up anyway. So I think the best thing to do is to cast the Monastery Swiftspear. Because, like, the Metamorphoses, like, they would draw us into other cards, but they're not going to draw us into more mana. We just Lava Spike, and we hope they don't have another turn 3 win. If they don't have a turn 3 win, we got them. If they have a turn 3 win, they were faster than us. You know, they were on the play. Sun was in my eyes. You know, the fish was this big. All of those standard excuses that you will see a man when he plays Magic Online. All right, our opponent's at 8. We are absolutely donezo here. So if they got it, they got it. Hands are behind our head. Now I am just making play-by-play commentaries for my own entertainment. All right, they start with the Wishclaw Talisman. That's not a good sign. That means, yep. So they have the Twiddle in their hand then, because they could literally go get it. All right, so they have 5 cards left in hand and an untapped Lotus Field, which they used in Ideas Unbound. No splicing, importantly. So that's a good sign for us. If it's spliced into the thing that could untap stuff, then they would keep going. Oh, did we steal game 1? Or round 1? What? Huh? Who? Huh? What? How? All right, so... Manamorphose away. Red. We have blue in our hand if we need it. Another Dragon Rage Channeler, not yet. Man, just goes to show you strength of the Swifties. Yeah, no, don't need that yet. Look at me go, ma. We're gaming. Red. Find a burn spell, damn it. Sprite Dragon. Well, luckily for me, I got blue. Let's do this right in case they somehow do something weird. Sprite Dragon. Play out the Dragon Rage Channeler because we got the mana. Come cruising in for a round 1 victory. Who'd have thought not this guy? Oh, come on. What are you doing, opponent? Not saying anything. He's probably just sitting there sad with himself that he got blown out by a 2 of Flusterstorm by the guy too cheap to buy them. So there's about 5 minutes left in this game. I'm willing to bet he salts off. So I will mercifully save you 5 minutes of my rambling, and I'm just going to shut up and I'll let you know if he does anything before he loses. Just a update for you guys. He's still in the process of salting off. What? Oh, it passed it to us. Hey, I guess he was done making his tea or walking his dog or wherever he happened to go. Let's go to game 2. We're 0-1, baby. Okie dokie, we've lost the die roll, but hey, we have Jingatha to keep us warm at night. Ain't that right, giant elemental deer elk thing? All right, opponent kept 7. We actually have a perfectly serviceable hand. Verdant Catacombs into what? The forest, okay. Elvish Reclaimer, oh dear. Well, I can't kill that, and that's normally not good. Iteration, well, we'll play the Swifty. We'll hold on to the bauble so that next turn when we Sprite Dragon, we can give it a token, but hopefully, I feel like we've played against something like this before, but hopefully we don't get wrecked too fast. Spire Bluff Canal, that seems good. All right, so we can't attack with Swifty because Elvish Reclaimer is going to turn into a 3/3. I'm screaming in with the dragon, though. And the dragon stays big, which is nice. So hopefully in the next turn or two, we can find lethal, but for right now, we're still in setup, unfortunately. All right, they got their big dude now. Flagstones of Takir. I feel like we played against this deck. I don't quite remember it. See what they're drawing. Windswept Heath, that tells us nothing. So they can blow up flagstones, get 2 lands, and ramp into whatever. This is some kind of ramp deck. I'm really struggling to remember what it was, but I feel like it was something we played against before. I mean, if they just keep dropping 1-mana 3/4s, I might also just do it. Oh, just comes in for a bite. Sure. Take a nibble. All right, and we find... Oh, we get to draw 2. Look at us. So fancy. A land. Oh, well, one of those draws was useless. Expressive Iteration. Does Expressive Iteration find us today? Okay, 1 goes to hand. I want to say that's the Lightning Bolt. 1 to the bottom is Soulscar Mage, and exile the Scalding Tarn. At a mountain. I don't remember what our opponent's doing. I gotta be honest. Because Lava Dart deals 4, but I feel like that's a next turn thing. We'll swing, and if they block, we'll bolt the Reclaimer. If they don't, we'll bolt their face. I feel like not giving them 2 Reclaimers is good. Too easy. So that thing dies. Which I guess we could have done with the Lava Dart now I'm thinking about it, because I'm bad at Magic. So if we lose by 2 life, that's on Brian. Jeez! It doesn't matter what our opponent's doing if they get all 4 of the most important card in their deck. Stoneforge Mystic. Well, that's gonna die. That's just gonna get double Lava Darted off the field, no problem. Manamorphose. That might even do us a solid. So let's do some math here. So unblockable is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no, we got victory here. Okay, so Bloodstained Mire, they're tapped out, so we can just kind of go to town here. Metamorphose. Actually, yeah, no, Metamorphose. Red. Another Lava Dart, you say. Well, that means Lava Spike time. And our opponent scoops it up. All right. Luckily, we were fast enough. So this is clearly just some sort of Aldra thing, Reclaimers and other fun stuff. So Unholy Heats seem good. Shattering Sprees are only kind of mid, because their Cauldron Complete is just unkillable. What do we take out, though? Let's take out 2 Light Up the Stages, 1 Expressive Iteration, and 1 Soulscar Doodad, and bring in 4 Unholy Heats. And hopefully we haven't slowed down at all, and we can kind of react a little bit more to their creature base. So let's see how that does. All right, there we are. Jingatha, one of these days you'll be cast, but today is not that day. 1 mana, but other than that, things seem pretty decent. So we'll keep. Oh, they chose us to go first? Sure. I don't know why they chose that, but hey, here's my Soulscar Mage. We'll yield. Wonder if they're playing, like the Cavern things. Is a Mother of Ruins? Prismatic Ending. Okay, that got me. Luckily, I have some redraws coming up. Ooh, even better. I have a Darcy, so my redraws get so much more powerful. Soulscar Mage, no thank you. You're not a land. Right? You are a land. You go to the top. See what our opponent's doing. He's going to draw the Batterskull. Okay, good to know. And we get to draw our land. That thing's getting bolted off the face of the earth. I actually do want the card, so we're going to look at a card they're not going to draw. Sure. Sure. Want to draw 2. All right, we found a Sprite Dragon. Let's just Spire Bluff Canal. We'll Manamorphose to... actually, no, we won't Manamorphose. We'll just bolt the Giver. Leave that on top. Now, I realize now that if we had played the land like my original plan was, this would have been dealing 3, but as you guys may know, I make so many punts, I have to take my socks off so that I can count my toes. So, yeah. Welcome to the Dorkator YouTube channel. Buckle up. Oh, is this a Fatal Push? Temple Garden, okay. Cool. So we can't let them get to 5 mana. Flagstones of Tark. Knight of the Reliquary is going to be a 4/4. Yeah, that is out of our reach. Actually, we had an Unholy Heat we knew about. So how about that? 6 damage. Modern Horizons 2. It's broken half. No, leave that on top. I feel like having Unholy Heats against our opponent is good. We'll just play out the Sprite Dragon, and we'll hopefully have like a super de-duper turn next turn. I don't think they go off at instant speed. I think they're doing fair Knight of the Reliquary stuff while we're playing a surprisingly slow but effective version of Blitz. Something big's happening. Oh, another Knight of the Reliquary. Well, luckily for me, I have another Unholy Heat on the top of my deck. We are now, however, going for Manamorphose. Expressive Iteration, we're not casting that, right? We need damage. Red. Mishra's Bauble, okay. Just continuing to give us value. No, don't need any more lands, thank you. Would be nice to know what our opponent's going to get up to next turn, though. Stoneforge Mystic. Oh yeah, next turn they just get to cast Batterskull. How about that? Well, Knight of the Reliquary goes bye-bye. Thank you, Unholy Heat. Steam Vents? Absolutely not. All right, and just for good measure, bolt your face. Sprite Dragon as our only draw. So we're going to deal lethals. No, we're not going to deal lethal. So I actually need damage. We'll put that in the bin. We're going to deal close to lethal, but not quite lethal. We're just looking for lightning bolts. We're looking for lava spikes. Please just draw a lava. Okay, lava spike. Cool. We'll see what our opponent can get up to here. Oh, nope. We win the match. And going on to game 3, 2-0. Oh, man. I should not prepare more often. Alrighty. I would love to play first. Oh, why is this over here game? This seems fine. Not great, but fine. So keep. So like turn 1 is Swifty into Bauble into hopefully find a land. All right. Swifty, Michael Bublé. Look, it's better than Goblin Guide. An island. That tells us nothing. Smashing in, and hopefully our card is a land, and we get to set up for a really cool turn. All right. Did we do it? Did we pod race? We did. All right, our opponent played Mutavault and then Aether Vial, so it's Merfolk. It's Merfolk. We saw an island, it's Merfolk. Dragon Rage Channeler, eh? Well, it's something to play. I get the Steam Vent, then Dragon Rage Channeler, then Soulscar Mage. And next turn we have like a really crazy turn, but for right now, we just deal them one more. Because next turn we bolt whatever they have out of the way. We can Manamorphose. Hopefully we even get Delirium. There's all bunches of things that can happen here. So they're going to play that island we already know about. Oh, they just scoop. Are they trying to hide the fact that they're Merfolk? Unholy Heat, come on in. 2 light up the stages, 1 expressive iteration, and 1 Soulscar Mage. All right. Seems like they must have just had a bad start and they tried to just kind of play it off. But hey, let's go to game 2. Gatha, there you are. All right. This again seems like a quite good hand, so keep. The turn 1 Swifty, then turn 2 Swifty attack, light up the stage, see if we can't find something cool. Otherwise, just play Soulscar Mage. Cabinet of Souls on Merfolk. Ta-da! There's the Aether Vial, sure. Dragon Rage Channeler. Interesting. I don't think we play that turn 1, though. I think we still do play the Swifty and just go fast, break things. I mean, they must have, like, kept a hand last time that was, like, heavily reliant on colored mana or something, because we knew they had the land in hand. There's Glasspool, sure. Not doing nothing. Interesting. Lava Dart. Well, they haven't done anything yet. I'm going to play a mountain. I'm going to go attacking, see if they flash anything in. Didn't. All right, well, it's turn 2. I'm just going to play out my creatures. And hopefully next turn, between the Manamorphose and the Lava Dart, we can really give them something to think about. Seal of Removal, sure. I can bounce something back to my hand. There's a Curse Catcher, so that can counter one of my spells. Are they playing in at sorcery speed? Oh, they want to draw a card. That's fair. I'm looking for a land. Unholy Heat. That changes what I'm going to do a little bit. Red, Manamorphose. A whole bunch of triggers. Manamorphose. No, let's put that on top. Red, Amorphose. Probably gonna bounce the Soulscar Mage at this rate. No, that can go to the bin. Red. Another Unholy Heat. You know, that means I saved the Lava Dart, I think. Unholy Heat, the Curse Catcher. They're gonna counter it. Ooh. All right, we get to Surveil. Firebluff Canal, that can go in the bin. Heat, Silvergill Adept. Mishra's Bauble into the yard, giving me Delirium. Ooh, baby. They do still get to seal one of my creatures back off the board, but I suddenly don't feel that bad about it anymore. Have I not? Oh, I haven't dealt any damage yet. So we just swing. And then whatever they bounce, we just put back into play. Yep, sure. You'll deal a lot. Still putting them to 10. All right, let's Soulscar Mage back out into the field. And we even have spells for next turn. Who would have thought? A Let's see. Oh, they put it to 3, so they probably... Oh, no, I win the match. Merfolk, seems like Merfolk was trying to get tricky there, and it bit him. So 3-0. Let's go to match 4. All right, here we are in match 4. We win a die roll. 1 land, but it has light up the stage, actually, and a Monastery Swiftspear. Let's keep. Either we find something with the Swifty and the light up the stage, or we lose, but... I mean, we get to dig 3 cards deep because we're going to draw and then light 2, so that should be fine. Unless they play a 1-mana 2/2. Please don't remove my creature. Inquisition, sure. Which light up the stage are you taking, opponent? You know, not what I would have done personally because I don't have a 2nd mana, but I can see why they would do it. All right, so we go for the attack. Poke them. Then we can see if our light up the stage does it. Ooh, no. All right, so we're going to have to try and do this with 1 mana. Because essentially what this means is I'm already giving up on finding a 2nd mana. Mishra's Factory, so this is the Coffers deck. Feed the Swarm, kills my Thinger-Dinger, sure. Alright, please draw land. Dragon Rage Channeler is not a land deck. Dragon Rage Channeler is the opposite of a land. Alright, so it was a risk, and we took it. And now we're getting bit by it. Because I feel like our opponent's deck is just all the removal. Yep, there goes that. Alright, we're not going to draw any lands. We're here to see what our opponent's deck does. Sure, take my light up the stage, opponent. It's yours. Lightning Bolt. Oh, well, wouldn't you know it? May I be a monkey's uncle? Pow. Then you let me do this, opponent. Okay, so next turn we even get a land and a Monastery Swifty. Okay. But now the Swifty can't attack. Mishra's Factory is getting swole. Huh? Okay, tapping a Mishra's Factory. Was this an Ensnaring Bridge? This feels like Ensnaring Bridge. Liliana of the Veil. Oof. Big oof. All right. When did Blackmail get printed into Modern? Anyway. Well, luckily for us, we can kill Lily if we want to give up on all of our lands. Expressive Iteration. We'll play this. Play the Swifty. Might as well play Iteration. You know, maybe there's a world where we find a bauble. I mean, ask and you shall receive. So, Channeler to hand, because we're going to kill Lily. Lava Dart to bottom. Bauble to exile. Cast Bauble. We do have to give up on a land by darting our opponent so that we can kill Lily. And kill Lily. Cool. They do have a rack, though, which is not good. That's going to start dealing us 3 damage a turn. Factory. Oh, and he's just going to beat us for 3 as well. Okay, well, it's a race, and our opponent's not, you know, bad at this. Oh, he's going to hit us for 4, because that's how math works, Brian. Boogity. Oh, well. I'm surprised. This means we get to attack as well, when he could have, I feel like just, no, he's drawing a swamp, good for him. Where he could have just sat back and allowed us to die. Spire Bluff Canals. So, I think we play Dragon Rage Channeler, and I think we swing with the Monastery Swiftspear just as is, leaving the 2 Spire Bluffs in our hand to, I don't know, maybe spook him? I don't know, man. Because if he just, well, you could trade one of the Mishra's Factories for the Dragon Rage Channeler, which would actually be pretty awful for us. Like, we're hoping, okay, ends up the other one, interesting. So he's going to let us eat one. Actually, no. He can still just attack with one. Like, he made it a creature for some reason. Yeah, okay. He made it a creature for who knows what reason. I don't think we could take 3 damage when he has a rack on the field. So I do think, unfortunately, we have to trade. Right, what do we find? Another Spire Bluff Canal. Well then. So we could trade with the Mishra's Factory next turn. I feel like we just leave the Spire Bluffs in hand. Because, like, if he plays a Thoughtseize or something, our hand is actually not whateverable. If he plays, like, a Liliana of the Veil, we cry. Oh, or he does that. Oh, we still can. Thank you, game. All right. Sorry, Mountain. We need to kill his thing. All right. We'll call it a draw. We get nugged for 2. Expressive Iteration. That only puts 1 card in hand. Nah. I feel like not doing anything is a way to die, but I also feel like we're going to die anyway, so we can't take 2 damage off the rack. Hopefully we're not taking... We're taking the 1 damage and we kind of stabilize from there. But I do realize that he just swings with... Oh no, he does nothing. Yeah, fascinating. Doing nothing now that, you know, he sees he's in the good spot. Okay, so we could Expressive. What does that do? Leads us to taking 1 more damage than we need to. That's about all that does, doesn't it? I think we hope that they also fade a turn as well. Come on, just pass. Just pass. Oh no, he's got something to do. He's spinning up the Mishra's Factory. Sad. We're out of Lava Darts. Okay, we have to block. We can't go to 1. All right. Draw. Another Expressive. So I think we do play this And the Expressive will put a card back in our hand. So Lightning Bolt goes to hand. Steam Vent goes to bottom. We give up on Mountain. Yep, and we just pass. We are going to take 2 from the factory, though. So we are going to 1. So if he can discard any card in our hand, we die. Yep, K-Runch. Mana Morphos. Don't think that's where we're at. I think we just pass, and we hope all he has is his Mishra's Factory, which we can bolt. This doesn't look like a Mishra's Factory. Okay, so same thing we did last time. This comes down. We go this, Manamorphose, red, Soulscar Mage, all right. Lightning Bolt this thing, and hope he doesn't kill the Soulscar Mage. Well, the rack kills us, doesn't it? Okay, well, we tried. Concede. All right, so Shattering Spree's good. Are these sorceries? That's less than good because that doesn't kill their lands. Unholy Heat, though, does kind of kill everything, so we can do those. Gotha, get out. Get back in there. Light up the stages just seems slow. 1 Expressive Iteration as well. Take out a Soulscar Mage. What else, though? They're Expressive. 1 of the Lava. Actually, if we take out the 2 Lava Spikes, we can put an Expressive back in. Let's try that. Gotha! No lands! 1 land! No, I think we got a mulligan, even though this is against our rack deck. We gotta put 2 back, hey? 1 Swifty and the Metamorphose. All right, we have a Swifty. Fear my Swifty. All right. Fatal Push. Can't stop that. Untap and we find a Bauble. You don't say. Be still my beating heart. Yeah, so we'll play this first. Expressive Iteration. Leave on top. Cool. Now we crack. Look at our opponent's thing. And he has a Swamp. Good for him. And we get to draw our Expressive. Another Fatal Push. Inquisition. Okay, well, there goes Expressive. Yep. Well, the good news is they have given us Delirium. No way to save that. Actually, wait. We have plenty of ways to save that. You've made my creature stronger, opponent. We drew nothing. All right, Steam Vent's tapped. You just start chunking them in for 3 at a time. Unfortunately, the way Planeswalkers work, if they find Lily, they'll get a chance to kill our Dragon Rage Channeler before we get to Unholy Heat it. But hey, we just have to hope they don't have that. And that our Dragon Rage Channeler is going to live forever. Yawgmoth, sure. Feed the Swarm. Yep, can't stop that. Lightning Bolt. Rad. No creatures mean our advantage is slipping away. Mishra's Factory. Well, you must know we have 1,000 ways of killing that. Voidwalker. Yummy. Another Voidwalker. Well, pow. And kaboom. I do know they still have that Mishra's Factory, but these actually deal 1 more damage. Manamorphose. Well, you know, might as well dig. Please don't be a land. Darcy's not a land. Darcy is not a land at all. The rack. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it at all. Rack? No, feed the Swarm. Oh no. Oh me, oh my. We're dead in 4 turns now. Oh good. I'm so glad we drew lands. Oh my god. We're not even playing that many lands. We're playing 18. Yep, smack us to death, opponent. Dealing us 5 per turn. A B, a G, a D. I don't even want to crack my land because it represents staying alive for another turn right now. Manamorphose. Okay, well, red. Iteration. All right, so we get to use 1 of the red and our blue. Ooh, Shatter Spree. So into hand goes Soulscar Mage. Bottom goes Wooded. That just gets to get played. Boom. I want to do it 0 more times. I just want 1 mana, blow it up. Sure. Cool. So, I guess we do take the damage now to go get another mountain. Unfortunately, he still has that man land, so here's our Soulscar Mage that has to... It's just going to watch the Mishra's Factory go by and smack us a little bit for now, but hey, we might be able to pull something out here. No, we won't. He found another one. Why are you not a smash? We can't kill his artifact man lands like this. Yep, no. Deal us 3, big guy. Just do what you do best. Ow. Alright, what do we draw? A land? Why do we keep drawing lands? Alright, you'll do the turn. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, just straight to doing his lands. So we're gonna take 4 in the vain hope that he does that again and we draw like a Bolt or an Unholy Heat or something. Down to 3. Well, makes no difference now, doesn't it? All right, come on, deck. Damage. Ooh, we drew exactly what we called too. Okay. So hopefully he just draws nothing but swamps for the rest of the game. Huh? Have you ever thought of that? Swamps for 14 more turns. Could you imagine? This doesn't look like swamps for that many more turns. Torak, sure. comes into play. Before that can happen, Powie him off the field, which means we're back in chumping territory now. All right, can we do that twice? No, we can draw a land and be grateful, I suppose. We're not even going to play that. Oh man, we lost a game because we drew too many lands. That's never happened in the history of Magic. All right, what do you got? You just spinning up factories? Target player discards 2 cards. Yep. All right. So we discard this, and yeah, he spins up both factories and he kills us. So 3-1. Let's we've already gone positive, so let's go to the final match and see how we do. All right, here's my Jingatha opponent. Here's my actually pretty decent hand. A little heavy on the land by 1, but nothing I'd throw back. Mountain. Ooh, owie. Are we against burn? We don't have any anti-burn cards, do we? Well, I would love to stop drawing lands now, deck. I realize I've said this for multiple matches now, but no more, please. Here's my Swifty. Look at me, I'm playing burn. It's a mirror match, opponent. You interested in a mirror match? Totally, we're both Boros burn. You believe me, right? Right, friend? All right, what's our opponent up to? Another mountain. Don't be Eidolon. No, don't do it. No, stop. Wait, what? Who? First strike haste. Whenever a player casts a spell from graveyard. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, they're attacking with it. So I'm just gonna kill that thing, I think. Pretty sure. So play out Spire Bluff Canal. I know I drew another land, but I'm ignoring it. I'm not acknowledging the deck. If I acknowledge it, it's gonna think that it's cute when it keeps giving me lands. And then, you know, it will have won. So that thing dies. What do we put in the bin? Darcy can go in the bin. We need get some delirium going if we can. Need to find us now a sorcery or an artifact. We got ourselves some delirium going. All right, so I suddenly don't think this is burn anymore. This looks like some sort of mono red thing. Opponent's doing some thinking. They did play a mountain. Ball lightning. Ow. Jeez, opponent. Oh man, I thought we were friends. Dude just threw a ball lightning at me like we were nothing. Do I dare go to 7 against the ball lightning deck? Suppose I do. I mean, we're racing here, right? Okay, so if we stop drawing lands now, we are in a really good spot. However, we might just get janked out by what looks like some sort of mono red haha deck. Ooh boy. Did we make a mistake by playing blue? Is blue holding us back? We're gonna learn now. Oh my god, if he ball lightnings us and then like shocks us, that would be the perfect ending of this video, I swear. There's Lava Spike. I mean, if he just goes bolt, 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 he goes bolt, bolt, bolt. He's also at 13, so like there's no Hellspark Elemental. Oh boy. We're so dead if he untaps. There's like no world where we live if he untaps. All right, so we need a light up the stage. We need something here, folks. Manamorphose. Well, that constitutes as something. All right, chugga chugga. Manamorphose. No, leave that on top. Red, red. You get to do it again. Oh, we win. Really? So 3, 6, 9. We didn't have the win there, but I guess our opponent saw enough. All right, against mono red, scare the pants off of me. I guess Unholy Heats are nice. I guess light up the stages or just shouldn't be in this deck in general, perhaps, some may say. So let's try that. All right, Jingatha, you've been in my hand once and you've been cast 0 times, and this is an unkeepable hand. No threats, no threats, no threats, no threats, no threats. No, one more time. Same hand, but worse. Okay. Put 2 back. So put back a Wooded Foothills, put back a Lava Dart. And let's hope our opponent doesn't just, you know, I didn't even get to say the full sentence before they got to do it. Spire Bluff Canal. You know what? That's what this hand needed, opponent. More lands. Well, blow up that thing. Goodbye. You got another Ash Zealot opponent? Just it looked like it was from Return to Ravnica. I've never seen that card before in my life, but I guess so many people are playing stuff, Hellspark Elemental, sure, are playing stuff out of their graveyard that that's just a thing. So Hellspark Elemental beats us up a bit. I mean, it's a 2-mana lightning bolt, really. All right, what do we draw? So many lands. All right, we're just gonna pass because we want our expressive iteration to be very good. And if they just spend a turn Hellsparking us again, that's not great, but it's not the worst. I mean, the worst would be a ball lightning. Okay, that's fine. Spark Elemental. I mean, I guess technically that's a ball lightning. He used the same amount of mana to do it. Oh boy. Okay. You are You are getting us, opponent. Teach me to fear the mono red deck. We'll just crack this now. All right, come on, deck. No more lands. No more lands. Another iteration. Okay, well, please have a 1-mana threat. I realize that was asking a lot. All right, so hand, bottom, exile. Play Spire Bluff. Play Mishra's Bauble. See what our opponent's up to. Mountain. That does nothing. Cool. Yes, Mishra's Bauble. See what we'll be up to. Monastery Swift Spear. Okay. So I guess we do hold the Lava Spike for when we have the Swifty. All right, so we get to draw a Swifty, and hopefully we get to draw something else of note. Another Swifty. Okay. Our opponent, on the other hand, just has the ability to kill us. With how their deck is set up, they could really go to town on us. Ball Lightning. Ah! So Ball Lightning into Lightning Bolt, you got us? Yeah, come on, where's the Lightning Bolt? No Lightning Bolt. Oh boy. I feel like I'm in danger. Mishra's Bauble. So, I mean, here's the thing. I suppose the correct thing to do would be to live no fear and swing with the 2 guys and do how much? So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Deal 7 damage. 7 damage is not a small amount of damage. I'm gonna hold off and see if next turn we can do something scary. You know, if we live, if they just cast Lightning Bolt, they just cast Lightning Bolt. Heck, if they just cast Ball Lightning, we're pretty dead too. I didn't even bring in my counters because these are all Anger of the Gods. Sure. All right, well, now the difference between 2 and 1 is negligible, so we need to get these lands out of the deck. We need to not draw them. Steam Vent. Steam Vent. All right, so that was fun. Rest of iteration, save us. All right, put 1 to hand. Ooh. Put Darcy to hand. Put Unholy Heat to bottom. Exile Manamorphose. Red, red, Manamorphose. Red, red. Another Manamorphose. Okay, Manamorphose. Red, red. Lightning Bolt. Okay. That, doesn't do us a lot of help now, so we'll cast Dragon Rage Channeler. Cast the Bauble. Unholy Heat. Feel like we kind of need that. I mean, again, it doesn't actually do us a ton of favors, because we're not going to have, like, mana or anything. What are they drawing? A Rift Bolt. Oh, well, then we can just concede. Well, you know, it's always good to know when you can just stop. So, like, the Spell Pierces don't even do a ton, because they have so many creatures. Hey. No, I mean, I say we just keep it the way it is, and we just hope we're a little bit faster this time. I would love to go first, thank you. There's Jingatha. Will not be making an appearance this game. You know what? This is fine. Keepsies. All right, opponent mulled to 6. We're just gonna get a mountain, play a Darcy, and see what chaos we can bring next turn. Thunderous Wrath. Why did he show me Thunderous Wrath if he didn't have any mana in play? Well, now he has a 1,000,000 mana kill us thing. Just killing Dragon Rage Channeler. Rift Bolt. Well, the Dragon Rage Channeler will be dead soon. Oh, and our opponent scoops the match. Not quite sure what was going on there. We probably would have won anyway, based on this draw looks really nice. All right, let's go to the wrap-up. All right, 4 and 1. I will admit, 2 of those in there were a little cheeky. We had a little cheeky win against Merfolk, and we had a cheeky win against that mono-red, goodness gracious, great balls of everything, which I can appreciate. Again, longtime viewers of the channels know we play ball decks. We got balls. We got balls if you want them. All right, so Izzet Blitz? Is it still good? Yeah. I mean, we lost against the black 8-rack deck, which, again, kind of makes sense. We go empty-handed pretty quick. I don't know about Shattering Spree. Maybe this should just be a Smash, because Smash just deals damage when it gets rid of something. Also, it's at instant speed, so it can kill Mishra's Factories. But you start getting into this area where you start seeing, like, how can I win everything in Modern? Because there's a million different edge cases, and that might not necessarily be the best way to do it. But yeah, but for a quick, I did literally no testing on this deck. I saw this deck on Twitter, and I said, I can do that. I'm running behind schedule this week anyway, so I bet you I can play that. And it turns out I still can. The Blitz deck is still good to go. All right, folks, that's pretty much everything from my end of things this week, except for the fact that long-term viewers of the channel will know that if you stick around to the very end of the video, you get to come with me into Editing Land. Totally, we always go to Editing Land, right, guys? Not to my collection where I show you something really weird from Magic's history. So what happened here is something went wrong with my footage. I was showing off a Magic thing, and then my footage just suddenly stops right as I do the transition normally to the Black Void. Now, I thought about showing off the Magic thing anyway, and just clearly wearing a different shirt, and I got my glasses on, and it's a completely different day. but I thought it would be more interesting to show a bit of a changing of the guards here. So before I go into that, hey, if you want to request a video, email me at HeyDummyPlayThis@gmail.com. Please subscribe. Now that that's out of the way, let's go to boring story time. And in boring story time, let's talk real quick about the first video I ever made, and it was made on this wonderful beast, a 2014 MacBook, a computer that is so ridiculously old that if you go in the Powerhouse Museum in Sydney, they have this model on display to show young people what computers used to look like. Ow. And that was the computer I edited my first Magic the Gathering video on. In fact, it's a computer I edited like my first dozen or so Magic the Gathering videos on, because I didn't have the software on PC, which is what I'm working in now, to edit my software or edit my videos. And here's the thing. This computer is not an editing powerhouse. I've added some RAM, I've given it solid state drives to try and limp it along, but it's not a media device. It is a cheap gaming laptop I bought before I moved to Sydney because I didn't know how many times I was going to move. And for the past, 20, 30 videos, I've been editing on my PC. Now, here's the thing. This PC kind of chug-a-lugs, and the bottleneck is the graphics card and the processor, and I can't do anything about those. Those are baked into the system. However, my wonderful younger brother was recently in Australia. He came for a visit as he was in another part of the world for some work, and on the way back, he might as well stop in Sydney on his way back to the States, and he left me something. A hand-me-down from my younger brother is an interesting idea, but hey, I don't mind it when it is a 2019 MacBook. To show you how much better my brother is doing than me, he's able just to hand me a laptop and go, yeah, we'll figure it out. And then he flew away. So I'm hoping with the power of a little bit new silicon, this thing has an i9 in it. So it's not the new M1. It's a hand-me-down, guys. But I'm hoping that means my editing time can get cut down a little bit, because now I'm no longer working with, my computer here. That's a little tired. I'm hoping that the 2019 is a lot healthier than my budget computer from 2018. So I realize that's only a difference in year, but the price differential, the PC was bought for like $1,000, and Mac was $3,500 when it was brand new. Let's hope it makes things a little easier to do, because recording the videos takes no time. Editing the videos takes a long time. Well, now that I'm glad that only the die-hardest of die-hard fans are still watching, hey Liam. How you doing, big guy? I'm going to go ahead and sign off there. Thank you guys very much for coming along the ride. I am continuing to try and make these better and better with each give and go. And yeah, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. See y'all next time. Later.